and gentlemen, welcome to the 2024 Buddhist Day and Multicultural Festival here at Federation Square. Today, we are gathered to celebrate Buddha's birthday, an event that is celebrated by Buddhists around the world. To commemorate the birth of Shakyamuni Buddha, we invite you to participate in the ancient tradition of bathing the Buddha with fragrant water. Bathing the Buddha helps us to purify our bodies and cleanse our minds, thereby promoting peace and happiness in the world. For those of you
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2024 Buddhist Day and Multicultural Festival here in Federation Square. We will soon commence the lighted up opening ceremony, and we welcome you to join us for this spectacular event. Across the weekend here at the festival, make sure you experience the many wondrous activities on offer. Colour your way to peacefulness and a calm mind at our mindfulness forest. Enjoy song, dance, choral and orchestral performances from all around the world here on the main stage. Enjoy calming, meditative spaces beneath our giant lotus flowers or within the Lumbini Garden, a sanctuary of giant-sized decorative statues and lotus flowers, which replicates the Lumbini Garden where Queen Maya gave birth to Buddha. Learn to pursue inner peace through our guided Buddhist Shan meditation classes, or watch the night sky light up with our immersive fireworks and light display, proudly supported by Golden Square Parking, which will conclude tonight's opening ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will soon be commencing the lighted up opening ceremony. For our VIP speakers and distinguished guests, if you have collected your name tags, please make your way to your designated seats. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2024 Buddhist Day and Multicultural Festival here at Federation Square. My name is Serena.
And I am Tracy.
And together we will be your MCs for this evening.
On behalf of Guang, Shan, Melbourne and Buddha's Light International Association of Victoria, we respectfully acknowledge the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation who are the traditional custodians of this land.
We also pay our respects to their elders past and present and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders people here tonight.
The 2024 Buddhist Day and Multicultural Festival is generously supported by principal sponsor, the City of Melbourne, and by government sponsor, the Department of Families, Fairness and Housing, and venue sponsor, Fed Square, without the support of which this major multicultural event would not have been possible.
It is an honour to participate in the lighted up opening ceremony for the 2024 Buddhist Day and Multicultural Festival. Not only are we celebrating Buddha's birthday, but we're also offering light to the Buddha.
In the Buddhist tradition, making an offering allows one to express gratitude, as well as giving the opportunity to respect and to reflect on the importance of relationship and connections with each other.
By offering light to the Buddha, one also lights a path for oneself, purifying the heart and the mind. The act of offering light establishes a harmonious society.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in thanking the Chinese Youth Society of Melbourne.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Wurundjeri Elder, Auntie Diane Kerr.
Wasn't that awesome? Oh my gosh, give him another clap. I honour my ancestors and my elders, and I pay homage to this sacred ground that we're on. I wish to acknowledge any elders of different nations, any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander persons, any First Nations peoples from across the waters. I honourably respect Buddha and the Buddhist community, and I pay my respects to you all. This here is part of the traditional country of my grandmother, mother and ancestors, and I'm feeling very honoured to be here, to be able to be a part of your ceremony. Important day for everyone, and thank you for coming here instead of going to the football. True grit. I love it. I love coming here because it fills my heart. I wasn't brought up in this community. I was brought up with my own beliefs as an Aboriginal elder. But I have read lots of books about Buddha's journey, and you know, it's like our laws, to care and share, respect and honour each other. And I think, you know, at the moment we've got a world where our children are dying, and we need to honour them and remember them and protect them, because we don't need a world like that. We all need to live in harmony. The way we live in harmony is to share our stories about who we are and where we come from. I firmly believe if we can understand each other that we can live in harmony, and we can eradicate racism and stigma, and we can pave the way for our younger ones. They can live in peace and walk our streets without fear of any harm. I offer you all my hand in friendship so that we can journey together. May Bunjil, my Creator, surround you all and give you strength and resilience. Womanjika, Wurundjeri Balak, Yemen Gundibik. That means welcome to Wurundjeri country. And I say Nungodjin, that means thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your ceremony today, and have a wonderful evening. Nungodjin.
Okay. Thank you, Auntie Diane Kerr.
We will soon be welcoming our speakers and distinguished guests. But before we do this, let's welcome the National Boys Choir of Australia to lead us in singing the Australian National Anthem.
Would you please stand to honour the Australian and the international Buddhist flags? Please join us in thanking the National Boys Choir of Australia.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we welcome the Venerables of Guang, Shan, Australia, who will lead us in chanting the Ode to the Triple Gem, followed by a prayer of world peace and transfer of merits. Ming Zhong Gu.
Please be seated. A prayer for world peace by founding Master Venerable Master Shan, Great Compassionate Buddha. Today we gathered before you in prayer. Please listen to our heartfelt words. There's so much suffering and sorrow in this world. The power struggle among international communities have caused many wars. Racial hatred still exists, resulting in so many conflicts. The prevalence of infectious disease has harbored so many disasters, bringing to the human race unmeasurable amounts of suffering. This is the kind of world we live in, living every day in torment, unable to be at ease, living every day in chaos, unable to be at peace. Great compassionate Buddha, let there be no discriminations on gender or age, only mutual respect. No differentiation between the wealthy and the destitute, only mutual cooperation. No racial prejudice, only mutual acceptance. May we learn from your wisdom to end all racial hostilities. May we learn from your compassion to resolve international conflicts. Great compassionate Buddha, today we sincerely pray to you for world peace. Please accept our sincere prayer. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha.
May kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity pervade all worlds. May we cherish and build affinities to benefit our being. Make our pure land and priests inspire equality and patience. May all humility and gratitude give rise to praise.
Thank you, Venerables, for your words of peace and the transfer of merits.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome our speakers and distinguished guests.
From festival organiser for Shan, Australia, Venerable Manko, Chief Abbess of Shan, Australia and New Zealand.
From festival organiser, Buddha's Light International Association of Victoria, Festival Director, Mr. David Yu.
Wurundjeri Elder, Auntie Diane Kerr.
Mr. Nick Stakos, Parliamentary Secretary to the Premier, Parliamentary Secretary for Multicultural Affairs, representing Ms. Ingrid Stitt, Minister for Mental Health, Minister for Ageing and Minister for Multicultural Affairs.
Senator the Honourable Sarah Henderson, representing the Honourable Peter Dutton, Leader of the Federal Opposition, and the Honourable Jason Wood, Shadow Minister for Community Safety, Migrant Services and Multicultural Affairs.
Mr. John Pisuto, Leader of the Opposition, Leader of the Liberal Party, Leader of the Liberal and Nationals Coalition, and Shadow Minister for Multicultural Affairs.
Mr. David Southwick, Deputy Leader of the Opposition, Deputy Leader of the Liberal Party, Shadow Minister for Major Projects, Shadow Minister for Transport Infrastructure, Shadow Minister for Trade and Investment, Shadow Minister for Cost of Living.
From the Victorian Legislative Council, Mr. Tron Lu, Secretary of the Parliamentary Liberal Party, Shadow Parliamentary Secretary for Multicultural Affairs. Mr. Richard Welch, Member for North Eastern Metropolitan.
From the Victorian Legislative Assembly, Ms. Cindy McLeish, Shadow Minister for Women, Shadow Minister for the Prevention of Family Violence, Shadow Minister for Small Business, and Shadow Minister for Work Cover and the TAC. Mr. Will Fowles, Member for Ringwood.
From Principal Sponsor, City of Melbourne, Councillors Rashina Campbell, Jamal Hakim, Philip Lalou, and Kevin Louis.
From Venue Sponsor, Fed Square, Mary Parker, Director, Corporate Communications, Melbourne Arts Precinct Corporation.
From City of Maribyrnong, Mayor Cook Lamb.
From City of Whitehorse, Deputy Mayor Andrew Davenport and Councillors Tina Lill and Andrew Munro.
From City of Manningham, Councillors Jeff Go, Dedra Damante, Anna Chen, and Michelle Kleinart.
From the Victorian Multicultural Commission, Commissioners Mohammed Mahidin, Dr. Judy Tang, and Gabrielle Marchetti.
From the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office, Director Mingzi Liu.
From the Overseas Community Affairs Council, Republic of China, Senior Advisor Miss Lily Wu.
Other community leaders and distinguished guests, Venerables of Guang, Australia, and the representatives of Buddhist Light International Association of Victoria.
Ladies and gentlemen, the HEYS Taiko Drum Ensemble. Good job.
Let us now welcome Senator, the Honourable Sarah Henderson, representing the Honourable Peter Dutton, Leader of the Federal Opposition, and the Honourable Jason Wood, Shadow Minister for Community Safety, Migrant Services and Multicultural Affairs, to share a few words with us.
Good evening, everyone. Wow, what a performance. The drums of peace, incredible. I am delighted to present this message from the Honourable Peter Dutton, Leader of the Opposition. On behalf of the Coalition, I send my warmest wishes to Australians of Buddhist faith for your Buddha Day celebrations. Buddha Day is also known as Vesak, Buddha Jayanti and Buddha Purnima by various Buddhist communities. It commemorates the birth, the enlightenment and death of Lord Buddha. Buddha began his life as Prince Siddhartha Gautama, who lived in luxury. Venturing beyond his palace's walls, he saw illness, old age, and death. These experiences compelled him to seek a deeper understanding of life. After years of journeying and learning, he attained enlightenment under a Bodhi tree, realised the Four Noble Truths, and became the Buddha, the Awakened One. Buddha's teachings stress the importance of compassion and knowledge. Accordingly, Buddha Day is an occasion for Buddhists to reflect on Lord Buddha's spiritual legacy of peace, wisdom and liberation. On this occasion, I thank Australia's more than 615,000 Buddhists for your contributions to our nation in many fields of endeavour. Buddha Day celebrations across our nation are testimony to the achievement of modern Australia. We are a people of many backgrounds, of many faiths, who practice many cultural traditions. Despite these differences, we are united as Australians by the things we have in common: our love of family, our appreciation of friends and colleagues, our attachment to community, our sense of duty, our aspiration and optimism, our respect for law and liberty, our pride in our country, and our desire to protect democracy. It is these features of our national character which motivate us each day to contribute to something bigger than ourselves. Wishing you a peaceful and joyful Buddha Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator.
Please now welcome Mr. David Yu, Festival Director of Buddha's Light International Association of Victoria, to the stage.
As a festival director, I wish to thank all our VIP speakers and guests here today. This festival is held on the lands of the Venerables people of the Kulin Nation, and I wish to acknowledge them as traditional owners and pay my respect to the elders, past and present. Buddha Light Victoria is grateful for the opportunity to bring Victorians together to celebrate Buddha's birthday, a day of importance to Buddhists all over the world. From bathing the Buddha and other traditional Buddhist ceremony to Tai Chi medic-free days, including the fantastic firework display tonight and tomorrow night. With the help of our Venerable and member and friends of Afghanistan, Australia, and Buddhist Light Victoria, I can proudly say the annual Buddha Day and Multicultural Festival, which is celebrating its 28th anniversary, and it is the 20th year at Federation Square has become a major event in Melbourne and Victoria and promote a message of peace, harmony and tolerance. Please enjoy everything the festival has to offer. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Yu.
We're extremely honoured to listen to a message of support provided by the Honourable Andrew Giles, Minister for Immigration, Citizenship and Multicultural Affairs, representing the Honourable Anthony Albanese, Prime Minister of Australia.
Hello to all of you celebrating Buddhist Day at this excellent Buddhist Day and Multicultural Festival held in Melbourne's iconic Federation Square. This year's festival theme of coexistence and co-prosperity comes at a significant time as we reflect on our current challenges across the globe and explore how we can innovate towards a harmonious future for everyone. Melbourne is a fantastic multicultural city, and Buddhist Day and the Multicultural Festival have been a keystone event for almost 30 years. With the Bodhi tree looking over us, we have a special opportunity to share our hopes and dreams for a harmonious future. I'm sure you will all find this evening to be an uplifting occasion. We hope that you enjoy this special celebration and take the time to experience some moments of mindfulness and inspiration as you are gathered here tonight.
We are extremely honoured to listen to a message of support provided by the Honourable Jacinta Allen, Premier of Victoria.
On behalf of all Victorians, I send my very best wishes to everyone taking part in Buddha's Day and Multicultural Festival. We come together to celebrate the birth of Buddha and the diversity that makes our state great. Victoria is a proudly multicultural place because we know it is our strength. We're so lucky to have a diverse and rich cultural calendar that brings us together to celebrate our shared values. Thank you to the Buddha's Light International Association of Victoria and to everyone who has worked so hard for this event. Enjoy the celebrations.
Please now welcome to the stage Mr. Nick Stakos, Parliamentary Secretary to the Premier, Parliamentary Secretary for Multicultural Affairs, representing the Honourable Ingrid Stitt, Minister for Multicultural Affairs.
Thank you very much. I would also like to start by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we are gathered tonight, and I pay my respects to elders past and present and to First Nations people who are joining us here today, and thank Auntie Di for that warm welcome. Good evening, everyone. It is a great pleasure to be here with you tonight representing both the Premier of Victoria, Jacinta Allen, and the Minister for Multicultural Affairs, Ingrid Stitt. They send their very best wishes for a successful event, and I've got to say, I've never seen Federation Square looking so good. The life, the colour, the celebration of this wonderful multicultural global city is out for all of us to see tonight. And we're here in the heart of Melbourne to celebrate the important occasion of Buddha's Day and also Victoria's vibrant multiculturalism. This event marks the beginning of many blessings, the birth of Siddhartha Gautama, the founder of Buddhism, who, although was born into wealth, chose a path of spiritual understanding. The wonderful celebration of Buddha's Day is important to so many communities around the world and brings people from all walks of life to reflect on the importance of peace and respect for all living beings. The Buddha's Light International Association of Victoria is a pillar of our community, promoting the values of Buddhism and fostering an inclusive environment through educational and cultural engagement. I thank every member of the association for their dedication to promoting understanding and peace across our diverse communities and for your commitment to supporting Victoria's Buddhist communities. Your important work is an outstanding contribution to our state's multiculturalism and spiritual life. Today's occasion is an invitation for all Victorians to explore the rich customs and traditions of our Buddhist community and to celebrate the multicultural communities that so generously share their culture with the wider Victorian community. And here in our state, we follow almost 200 different faiths. and more than 204,000 Victorians practice Buddhism. This diversity is truly one of our greatest strengths. But multiculturalism in Victoria is more than just diversity of cultures, languages, faiths and traditions. It is the knowledge that sharing of cultures and understanding our cultural differences is a strength. It is about providing the systems and supports that make our shared community stronger and creating a sense of belonging that contributes to the community harmony that we Victorians are so proud of. Indeed, our peaceful diversity is something that we must always jealously guard because Victoria is proudly the greatest multicultural place on earth. The Allen Government is committed to ensuring our multicultural communities have a sense of belonging in our state, and on behalf of the Victorian Government, I extend our deepest gratitude to the dedicated members of the Buddha's Light International Association of Victoria who have organised this event tonight. They are a beacon of cultural and spiritual enlightenment. Your efforts continue to inspire and educate all of us, and I look forward to seeing what you will achieve in the future. Thanks very much, everyone, and enjoy the festival.
Thank you, Mr. Stakos.
Please now welcome to the stage Mr. John Pasuto, Leader of the Opposition, Leader of the Liberal Party, Leader of the Liberal and Nationals Coalition, Shadow Minister for Multicultural Affairs.
Thank you very much. Can I begin by thanking you, Auntie Di, for that very warm welcome. To our venerable leaders, can I thank you too for hosting us tonight as part of this three-day festival. To all of the acknowledgements that have been made before, can I echo those, particularly to my parliamentary colleagues and civic and community leaders across our state who join here tonight. When we look at the kaleidoscope of colours around us, it's a fitting metaphor, isn't it? For our great city and our great state and our great country. We prove every day, tonight, by the celebration of the life and teachings and traditions of the great Buddha, that a people with so diverse backgrounds can come together in harmony and celebrate each other's unique pathways and unique journeys in life. The many diverse traditions which I see on display here tonight are something to truly behold. As I walked around and spoke to many of you before we started tonight's formal proceedings and walked around the fantastic stalls, it was so inspiring to see every part of our globe represented. People coming to our great city from all parts of the world, and we do so peacefully, harmoniously, and in a way which respects and celebrates that pathway. It's something that we should never take for granted. And if we're guilty of anything, sometimes it is that we take the success story that is Victoria's and Australia's multiculturalism and cultural diversity for granted. We should never do that. And let us always remember that as we come together, as we do tonight, and as we will over the coming days, let's remember that at this time, there are hundreds of millions of people around the world who would just love to be able to join in a celebration like this, who would cry out for that freedom and that opportunity to live together as we do. So in not taking it for granted, let's spend as much of the next 3 days reflecting on what Buddhism means and what it has to offer, how it inspires us to do better. There is a passage from Buddhist teaching that I happen to like, although I am not of the Buddhist faith. It is something that sits with me and resonates. Buddha tells us that our lives are shaped by our minds. He teaches us that we become what we truly think. He writes, suffering will follow negative thoughts like the wheels of a cart will follow the oxen that draw it. But he says also that enlightenment, joy, will follow a noble heart like an irresistible force. And that has stuck with me because what Buddhist teaching tells us is that the choice to continue the success story of Victoria's and Australia's multicultural story is in our hands. We have the choice to write that story, to be the best possible citizens we can be, a force for compassion, for opportunity, for love, for freedom, for all of the virtues that tonight's celebration and this weekend's celebrations are devoted to. Happy Buddha Day and all the best for this weekend.
Thank you, Mr. Pasuto.
From our principal sponsor, City of Melbourne, and representing Lord Mayor Sally Capp, please welcome Councillor Rashina Campbell.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rashina Campbell and it is my honour to represent the Lord Mayor here tonight. There are many joys serving as a councillor in this magnificent city, but one of the greatest surely has to be a night like this, where we have the chance to see the beauty that is our multicultural, multi-faith city. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land, the Wurundjeri Woiwurrung people, and I'd also like to acknowledge my fellow councillors, Kevin Louie, Councillor Phil Lei-Lu and Councillor Jamal Hakim. As a city, we are delighted to be a sponsor of Buddha Day, not only because of the richness this faith lends to our city and lends to our state, but the generosity of all of you in sharing that faith and those values with all of us. You have brought this city to light. And for my part, I cannot wait to see events unfold over the coming days. But also, we thank you for sharing your values with us, values that right now so many of us particularly should reflect upon. Values of peace, values of respect, values of compassion, and of course, values of joy. As a council, we are determined to make sure we do all we can to foster peace in our city at a time when global tensions are rising around the world. We thank you for sharing your faith with us, with this city, with this state, and we can't wait to see you bring not only our city, but later tonight, our skies to light. Happy Buddha Day.
Thank you, Councillor Campbell.
From our venue sponsor, Fed Square, please welcome to the stage Mrs. Mary Parker, Director, Corporate Communications, Melbourne Arts Precinct Corporation, representing Katrina Sedgwick, CEO of MAPCO.
Good evening, everyone. I'd also like to begin by acknowledging the Wurundjeri people, Auntie Di and Auntie Di's ancestors, and welcome you all here to Federation Square tonight. Federation Square is 1 year old. The Buddha Festival's first festival was 20 years ago, so it's a really lovely long relationship that we have with the festival, and we hope to see them here for at least another 20 years and for you all. We're very proud to be hosting once again. It brings a vibrant cultural community experience to the square. It's an iconic festival encouraging people of all ages and backgrounds to celebrate our multicultural society and commemorate the birth of Buddha. And it absolutely has one of the best fireworks displays of the year. And without further ado, I hope you can all join us to see those fireworks soon. And thank you very much for joining us here for Fed Square for Buddha's Day.
Thank you, Mrs. Parker.
We now invite to the stage Venerable Munko, Chief Abbess of Guang, Shan, Australia and New Zealand.
Auspicious greeting to everyone. I acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we gathered today and pay respect to the elders, past and present. Thank you for sharing this beautiful land with us. I also pay homage to the triple gem, the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. Thank you, everyone, for continuing supporting Guang Shan Temple and BLIA Victoria. On these special occasions of the Buddha's birthday, it is not just a celebration of the birth of the Prince Siddhartha Gautama, but a commemoration of universal peace, compassion, and wisdom that the Buddha taught. For this aspect to prevail, we need to coexist and co-proper together, as emphasized by our late Venerable Master Hsien Yun, founding president of BIA. Through coexistence and co-prosperity, the themes of the festival, we can live in harmony with our community, the environmental, society, and the world at large. In reflections on the theme, may we aspire to be a service and contributions on the theme, may we aspire to be of service and contributions to our community. The core spirit of humanistic Buddhism is to serve all living beings through volunteering and embodying the four givings of confidence, joy, hope, and convenience. We can bring peace and joy to those around us. Secondly, may we advocate for environmental preservation so that we can coexist harmoniously with our earth. Environmental preservation starts from the mind. When we have a compassionate environmental awareness, the world can be safe. Thirdly, may we implement the third act of goodness. Do good deeds, say good words, and think good thoughts to benefit society. Lastly, participating in valuable causes that benefit life, such as cultures and education, causes that can bring more truth, goodness, and beautiful in this world. May we all practice community service, environmental protections, beneficial and compassionate activity. Together, we can create a better world of coexistence in peace and harmony for all. Thank you, and wishing everyone have a meaningful Buddha birthdays to everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief Abbess.
We now invite our speakers and the following distinguished guests to join Chief Abbess Manko on stage to participate in the bathing of the Buddha ceremony.
Please welcome Wurundjeri Elder Auntie Diane Kerr,
the Honourable Nick Stakos,
Mr. John Pisuto,
Councillors Rashina Campbell,
Ms. Mary Parker,
and Festival Director David Yu. Since ancient times, Buddhists all over the world celebrate Buddha's birthday by using fragrant water to bathe the infant Buddha. This symbolises the cleansing of our body, speech, and thoughts to eradicate anger, greed, and ignorance in order to purify our minds and to cultivate wisdom and merits.
Our speakers will now bathe the Buddha by pouring scented water over his shoulder 3 times to symbolically remind us to do good deeds, speak good words, and think good thoughts.
May we also make the same vows as a community. Ladies and gentlemen, to conclude the lighted up opening ceremony, we invite you to enjoy the spectacular Buddha's Day immersive light offering proudly supported by Golden Square Parking.
Following the fireworks, all guests with name tags are invited to join our VIP reception at the Mindfulness Forest to your right. Hello.
Even in the stillness of night, something beautiful is happening. A light, unseen, spreads through the sky, illuminating trees, grass, everything in its path. This light is Buddha's light, a force with the power to transform the world. A light to be found in unexpected places. In the compassion of a nurse caring for the sick. In the selflessness of a firefighter risking their life to save others. Or in the kindness of a stranger offering help. It can be found in the midst of chaos. In the courage of those fighting for justice, in the resilience of those who face adversity, in the determination of those refusing to give up hope. Buddha's light is not just for those who meditate in quiet spaces. Regardless of background or beliefs, Buddha's light is for everyone. When the Buddha was born, his journey towards enlightenment commenced. As a baby, he took 7 steps. Under each footfall, lotus flowers bloomed, symbols of the beauty and purity of his journey to come. And while it would be some years between those first steps and his true path to enlightenment commencing, the journey had begun. A journey of self-discovery. A path that would not be easy, but step by step, he gained a deeper understanding of the nature of reality and the power of the human spirit. Step by step, he recognized the truth of suffering and the inevitability of death. But he also recognized the beauty and potential of life. Step by step, he set his intention to find a way to end suffering, not just for himself, but for all beings. Step by step, putting forth immense effort in his pursuit of enlightenment, dedicating himself to the practice of meditation and self-reflection. Step by step, cultivating a deep awareness of his actions and thoughts, learning to recognize the causes and conditions of suffering. Step by step, he trained his mind to be still and focused, achieving a state of deep concentration and clarity. Step by step, gaining a profound understanding of the nature of reality, recognizing the impermanence of all things and the interconnectedness of all beings. Step by step, overcoming the three poisons of greed, hatred, and delusion, the root cause of all suffering, he achieved enlightenment, freeing himself from the cycle of birth and death, becoming the Buddha. His light moves through us all, and in this offering of light to him, we say, thank you. Buddha's light. A force with the power to transform the world. A light to be found in unexpected places, in the midst of chaos, in the courage of those fighting for justice, in the resilience of those who face adversity, in the kindness of a stranger, in the determination of those refusing to give up hope. Regardless of background or beliefs, his light moves through us all.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the Light It Up opening ceremony.
We hope that you will enjoy the many activities on offer throughout this weekend, including bathing the Buddha, offering of lights, mindfulness colouring, meditation experiences and classes, multicultural performances and children's activities. The spectacular fireworks and light offering will also be back 8 p.m. tomorrow night. Thank you and happy Buddha's Day.